Good morning, good morning. I'm reading a book called Lady of the Leaves, and I'm going to start. I've been illustrating first. I've had the idea has been dancing around in my mind, and I'm doing all of this. I'm doing all of this on lives here on TikTok, and I'm going to actually show you some of like my writing process, my actual writing process this morning. And it's early here, but I'm going to talk to you in real time about what happens when you try to do something like this. Because right now, Morton and I are at our daughter's house in Florida. So there's other people in the house. You will get interrupted when you're writing. We'll get interrupted here a couple times, you'll see. Even though I'm in a room and quiet, you get interrupted. But I want to show you the story, what we're working with, and I have the idea for the story in my mind, but I need to actually write it. So we're going to work on writing. We're going to work on writing this morning. Good morning, Sheila. So I want to take you through the steps and stages. The story starts with kind of giving us a reference point. We all know the story of Jack Frost and how he does winter, but this is our story in a nutshell. We go to the bottom of the tree, into the door that most people will never see, into the house of the Lady of the Leaves. Every tree that changes color has a Lady of the Leaves living in it. She's in bed. She sleeps for 3 seasons a year. Only wakes up and works in fall. She goes to her whole hat tree, which is an actual tree, grabs her hat, which is an acorn cap. And I was just thinking about it this morning. Her head's kind of shaped like an acorn. And so maybe she's a bit of an acorn. We don't know this. But she sings a lovely song, and all the leaves come down to her. She puts on her little wee boots, and her leaves decorate her clothing. They form her clothing and camouflage her in the outside world. So that leaf is particularly happy because he was first on the hat. When she's all dressed, and with her magic stick that paints the leaves, she flies up into the tree. The tree is still green. It's just last night was the first cold night that woke her up. She woke up when she felt the fall air changing. So she flies up into the tree. She touches the tree with the painting stick, or touches the leaf. She has to touch each leaf, changes color, and it tickles the leaf. And after a hard day's working, and I might paint 1 or 2 more before this, but she falls asleep in a bird's nest, and a storm sneaks up on her. All the leaves are sleeping too. So we're going to start at the beginning. And this is just a document and notes that I'm doing this on. I do a lot of writing in here because I'm going to need to take each one of these pages. I'm going to show you the whole process of writing, illustrating the book, and then actually publishing it. We're going to do it all together. And all of these lives that I'm doing it on, this is the 11th live that I'm doing. They are all going to be forever on our YouTube channel. So hopefully you follow our YouTube channel too. And good morning. If you have questions, ask. But the writing process, a big part of the writing process is thinking about the story. So this is going to be the first start of our story. What you want to do is get down things like good morning, user. You want to get down things like the name, your name. Get a copyright on there. Copyright laws are weird. A lot of people are. They're actually really simple, but a lot of people are scared to share things because they're afraid someone's going to steal their idea. That doesn't happen. I'm going to keep my glasses on so I can read my screen. So the first thing I want to do, I'm going to put some things in here that's going to be on our first, when we open the cover of the book, when we open it up, inside the back of this cover, there's going to be, I wish I had one of my books here that I've done already that I can show you, but I don't. There's going to be things like an ISBN number that gets assigned when we publish our book. So that kind of stuff I won't be able to put on until later. And this will be a PDF. Every single page we do, I turn into a PDF before we publish it. So in here, I am going to put dedication. To everyone who's ever watched our live streams on social media, that's you, and has dreamt of writing their own story. I wish this is your guide to follow your dreams. Thank you for being here for all the fun. Okay. So now we're going to work on to each page. So our first page is going to be the Jack Frost page. And I'm doing this in poetry. I'm so happy to be sharing this, Sheila. Sheila says, thank you for sharing this journey with us. I cannot wait to get a copy. I want to inspire people to write, create, paint, do, dream, travel, whatever you're into doing. That's what I want you to do. So I'm going to set this here. You can't really see that, but I can. So he's going to be my inspiration. So I'm thinking about, I want to do it like poems. I love writing in poems. I wrote, one of my books that I've written is called Alexander's Twiddlebug, and it starts, Alexander took a walk in bare feet without his socks. Something tickled all his toes. This is how our story goes. And I kind of like that sing song. I want to keep this, it definitely can be read as a bedtime story to children, but I want to have the picture so interesting that people actually look on it. So on our first page, because the first page I know I can put the words on my image. I have space here, so I think I want to keep this to about a paragraph or two. We all, I'm going to lift my glasses up to see that part, know the tale. Jack Frost is a fellow we all can remember. He comes out when it's cold, perhaps November or December. But have you ever wondered who comes out before? And I'm just, this is just off the top of my head. I know this story. I got to get the words in my poems now. Jack Frost is a fellow we all can remember. He comes out when it's cold, perhaps November or December. No. I got to stop myself there. Put in some more spaces. This is for page 1. Page 1. I'm just putting here this for reference so I remember what picture it is. Jack Frost. And I'm going to put some notes here to myself. Words will be on the picture. I'm not going to put as a PDF. Maybe I will. Every page I'm making is going to be a PDF file. Every page. So page 1, here we go. Jack Frost is a fellow we all can remember. He comes out when it's cold, perhaps in November. I'm going to leave out December. Perhaps in November. His paintbrush is chilly with icy cold blue. Everything that he touches turns a silvery hue. I may change this. Hello, and thanks everybody. I can't really see how many people are here. I can't really see. I see some people joining. Hopefully somebody's watching. Tap the screen so I can see. Please, please, please. Tap the screen. Follow, tap the screen, share. If you want to. If you don't want to, that's cool too. Okay, so that might be our first page. I gotta say it over again. Jack Frost is a fellow we all can remember. He comes out when it's cold, perhaps in November. His paintbrush is chilly with icy cold blue. His paintbrush is chilly with icy cold blue. Everything that he touches turns a silvery hue. How does that sound? What do you think? Comments, please. Jack Frost is a fellow we all can remember. He comes out when it's cold, perhaps in November. His paintbrush is chilly with icy cold blue. His paintbrush is filled with an icy cold blue. His paintbrush is chilly with icy cold blue. Everything that he touches turns a silvery hue. What do you think? Did we have our first part of our story? Oh, Dee says it's great. Thanks, Dee. And welcome, Cutest Star, just joined. I'm writing a book, and this is the writing part. It's called Lady of the Leaves. This is our very first page. This is page 1. And thanks for following, Laura. That's awesome. And this, I want to show, I've never written before with a live going or a camera. I've had people photograph me before when I've been working, pretending to work. La Vida Links puts the hearts up. Any opinions on this first page? And this is the beautiful part. You can go back in and edit all your stuff. So this one, the first page right in here will say, Jack Frost is a fellow we all can remember. He comes out when it's cold, perhaps in November. His paintbrush is chilly with icy cold blue. Everything that he touches turns a silvery hue. I like it. I'm going to let it for now. Okay, so now down here, I'm going to put page 2. And then in parens, I'm going to put, this is what our picture I've painted is for this page. And this is our story in a nutshell. The story is Lady of the Leaves. So this is the story in a nutshell. What you're watching is me writing a book, about a third of the book that I've painted for, and I wanted to get words down. I have not done this part yet. Or chilled, that's a tough one. The paintbrush is chilly his paintbrush is chilly with an icy cold blue. Maybe the word "and" in there helps it flow better. Jack Frost is a fellow we all can remember. He comes out when it's cold, perhaps in November. His paintbrush is chilly with an icy cold blue. Everything that he touches turns a silvery hue. That works a lot better. That works a lot better. Okay, page 2. Okay, so this one is, I'm just going to put tree in a story in a nutshell. Words will be on this page. The picture's going to be on the right hand side, left page, illustration, page on right. And I think it's important to put these details down, because when you come back through and after you have a whole bunch of pages, it's when you have a whole bunch of pages, you forget all these little things. So I like to make myself notes, and I do this like when I write a story and then go back and go edit or go illustrate it afterwards. I will still go through and tweak things. Okay. Okay, I got this, but before Jack appears, but before Jack appears, before Jack appears, yeah, the illustration, it's going to go like this. You open it up, open the book up. This isn't a chapter book, so this will basically be page 1. And then page 2 will be words on this side, illustration on this side, illustration on the right-hand side. Yep, my tummy is grabbling. My tummy is saying, I'm hungry. I've been up since 4 a.m. I've been laying in bed being quiet and just thinking about things. I wanted to get out here and work, but I didn't want to come out until normal people hours. Okay, so, but before Jack appears, someone else, thinking of words. stomach literally sounds like a turkey gobbling. I'm gonna drink some water. But before Jack appears, there's someone else that we see. Look closely, if you will, at the fall-colored tree. There's a wee tiny door just at the bottom. Inside lives the little lady of the leaves. She comes out for autumn. Okay, but before Jack appears, there's someone else that we see. Look closely, if you will, at the fall-colored tree. That needs a hyphen in it. There's a wee tiny door just at the bottom. Inside lives the lady of the leaves. She comes out for autumn. There's the door. I gotta read this a couple times. I need the explanation to be really quick. But I can put more words on that page. Good morning, Mercy. Okay, I'm going to leave that for just now. Every tree in this world, no matter how large or small, has a creature inside that comes out in the fall. Lady of the Leaves is a magical sprite. When summer starts sleeping, she wakes on the first cold night. Let's read through it. Let's read through it. But before Jack appears, there's someone else that we see. Look closely, if you will, at the fall-colored tree. There's a wee tiny door just at the bottom. Inside lives the lady of the leaves. She comes out for... Inside lives the lady... Maybe I don't say lady of the leaves yet. Inside lives... lives a lady. She comes out for autumn. Every tree in this world, no matter how large or small, has a creature inside that comes out in the fall. Lady of the Leaves is a magical sprite. When summer starts sleeping, she wakes on the first cold night. But before Jack appears, there's someone else that we see. Look closely, if you will, at the fall-colored tree. I love that. There's a wee tiny door just at the bottom. Inside lives a lady. She comes out for autumn. I love that. This is the other thing you got to do with writing. You got to do this with writing. You got to look, you got to write, you got to fall in love, and you got to move on. If you don't, you will agonize over every word, and you will never, ever finish your book. You're never ever going to finish a book if you don't just... Okay. Paragraph 1 I love. But before Jack appears, there's someone else that we see. Look closely, if you will, at the fall-colored tree. There's a wee tiny door just at the bottom. Inside lives a lady. She comes out for the autumn. She comes out every autumn. She comes out every autumn. No, I'm using every again. She comes out because that is every again. I don't like to do that. She comes out. Inside is the lady. She comes out to start autumn. Let's read that. But before Jack appears, there's someone else that we see. Look closely, if you will, at the fall-colored tree. There's a wee tiny door just at the bottom. Inside lives a lady. She comes out to start autumn. Yes, I like that a lot. I love that. It flows nice. Okay, because start is an action word. I like to use things that are not. I don't like to go for kind of like cliche things. Like, that's what I love about. I've never read this connected before. Fall colored tree. I've never read that before. I'm sure it's been written before. But okay. Because she is starting autumn by painting the leaves. Every tree in this world, no matter how large or small, has a creature inside that comes out in the fall. I like that too. It's nice and simple. Lady of the Leaves is a magical sprite. When summers start sleeping, she wakes on the first cold night. That's not right. Let me take that part out because that part we're totally done. We're not using that part. The writing process. Martin said to me last night, have you actually written anything yet? And I'm like, look, yes, I have. I've written a lot. Not on this, but other things. I had a lot written in my mind. And okay. Page 2, story in a nutshell. Oh, I need to put that in it. Story in a nutshell. And this is why it's so important to put your little thoughts down, something that you want to convey. So I want to have nutshell. That's our story in a nutshell. That's going to end this. But this we could have about 5 paragraphs for, because someone is going to be reading this side of the page and looking at this illustration. So the illustration, the words have to be joined together. But before Jack appears, there's someone else that we see. Look closely, if you will, at the fall-colored tree. There's a wee tiny door just at the bottom. Inside lives a lady. She comes out to start autumn. I need to put a period there. Every tree in the world, no matter how large or small, has a creature inside that comes out in the fall. Lady of the Leaves is a magical sprite. When summers start sleeping. See, I don't want to get into words that are like this should be like this to show position. When summers start sleeping. I wrote something before about summer ending. Dang it. I did a post on Facebook. I got so many comments on it. I did it last year, I think, about summer being over. I forget. I wish I could remember the words that I said. When summer starts sleeping. Yeah, when summer comes to an end, it's a logical thought. That is a logical thought. But I want to use combinations of words that we haven't heard before. When summer, I really wish that I think I need another 1 or 2 paragraphs before I wrap it up. I'm going to jump down to where I want to wrap it up to my last one though. So turn the page now. Read the story that I tell. No. Read the tale that I tell. The Lady of the Leaves. I want to our story. That's our story in a nutshell. This is not right, but I just want to put this thought in here. Our story in a nutshell. That's going to change. Don't worry. A lot. I just need to wrap it up that that's our story in a nutshell. Like this is the synopsis for what you're about to read. So turn the page. Turn the pages now. Read the tale that I tell, the Lady of the Leaves. This is of the Lady of the Leaves. Of Lady of the Leaves. That's our story in a nutshell. I'm going to come back to that, but I wanted to make sure that I don't forget to put our story in a nutshell on here. On this, because it's my whole reason for painting that tree in a nutshell was that's our story in a nutshell. I want to give a little synopsis before you start the story. So you know there's no question on what you're doing and jumping in here. But before Jack appears, there's someone else that we see. Look closely, if you will, at the fall-colored tree. There's a wee tiny door just at the bottom. Inside lives a lady. She comes out to start autumn. Every tree in this world, no matter how large or small, has a creature inside that comes out in the fall. Lady of the Leaves is a magical sprite. When summer starts sleeping, she wakes up on the first cold night. Because we're going to find out later that she sleeps for 3 months. We don't need to explain, or 3 seasons. The first cold night. Come on, you. Work. So let's turn, so let's turn the pages. And get on with her. I need words that rhyme with nutshell. Shell. It has to be tell, right? Read the tale that I tell of Lady of the Leaves. That's her story in a nutshell. So let's turn the pages. Read the tale that I tell of Lady of the Leaves. That's her story in a nutshell. I'm going to leave that for now because it's going to bug me. I'm going to get on to the next one. Don't agonize too much. Page. And I'm putting page, and I should put illustration. Illustration. Come on, illustration, sorry. really, really want to record and document this whole process so you can look through, watch it again, delete that. Well, it needs to be That's Our Story in a Nutshell, because I've been saying it so much. I love it. Let me read it without that. So let's turn the pages, read the tale that I tell of Lady in the Leaves, Our Story in a Nutshell. No, that has to be there. The word that's has to be there. That's our story in a nutshell. Okay. So this is our next illustration of the fairy door. Start at the bottom. Start at the bottom. The base of the tree. Look close, if you will, to see what you see. Animals and children. Two animals and children. Animals and children. It will be quite clear. We forget to see magic. Does a fairy door appear? I kind of don't like asking a question because what happens is people in their mind answer that question and it stops the flow. Okay, illustration 3 is fairy door at bottom of tree. Illustration. Words on left page, illustration on the right. I'm not going to write that on every one because it's going to carry through for the whole book. Start at the bottom, the base of the tree. Look close, if you will, to see what you see. To see what you see. I like that. To animals and children, it will all be quite clear. We forget to see magic. No. We forget to see magic as we add up our years. As we grow up, we forget to see magic. To animals and children, it will all be quite clear. We forget to see magic as we add up our years. It might help to look for a weird, twisty knot at the base. No, at the where the grass meets the tree. Like something we forgot. a miniature door with a handle so small it appears once a year and only in fall. I want to read back through. And this is a lot of writing is just about this. A lot of writing is just about writing, reading it over, writing, reading it over, going on. And it especially helps me when writing something like this. Now I have lots of stories over here. Lots of other stories over here that I've written, working on, whatnot, that I just write out. I just write them out. This one this one's different because I have an illustration here that I'm looking at, and I want to put in some of, like, the miniature handle. Start at the bottom, the base of the tree. Look close, if you will, to see what you see. To animals and children, it will all be quite clear. We forget to see magic as we add up our years. It just tells you that children and animals can see the magic. Grown-ups cannot see the magic. It might help to look for a weird twisty knot where the grass meets the tree, like something we forgot. A miniature door. Not miniature door, a miniature door. A miniature door with a handle so small it appears once a year and only in fall. I like that. The boards are all painted in soft autumn tones. A cap for an awning to welcome us home. For an awning to welcome us home. So let's walk up the steps and peek and knock on the door. We are not going to just go peeking in the door. Let's walk up the steps and knock on the door. It's a rather odd feeling, like we've been here before. Okay, that might be it for this page. I'll show you the page and read you the words. Start at the bottom, the base of the tree. Look close, if you will, to see what you see. To animals and children, it will all be quite clear. We forget to see magic as we add up our years. It might help to look for a weird twisty knot where the grass meets the tree, like something we forgot. Sorry, I was just looking here to see if I had grass here. I need to put a little grass here. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. A miniature door with a handle so small it appears once a year and only in fall. The boards are all painted in soft autumn tones, a cap for an awning to welcome us home. So let's walk up the steps and knock on the door. It's a rather odd feeling, like we've been here before. What do you think? What's everybody think of that page and those words? And I can't see how many people are on here. Hopefully somebody's on here. Good morning, Miss Reba. Good morning. And thanks everybody who's hitting the likes. We have 2.7 thousand likes. What do you think? And I can tweak and change all of this, but I like, this is every page in a book should move you forward to the next page and the next part of the book. It all should be moving you forward, unless you're doing like a time switchy thing and you're going back to look at this, going back to look at that. And I think what I'm going to do right here is I have my pens. So I know, do you think the word odd would be better than weird? I don't know, because I'm kind of thinking about like, I kind of like the word weird. I'm weird, and I don't know if kids will like weird or odd. It might help to look for an odd, twisty knot. Odd, weird. Might help to look for a weird, twisty knot where the grass meets the tree, like something we forgot. I think either one would work. I think weird is kind of like a funny word. I don't know. A miniature door with a handle so small it appears once a year and only for fall. The boards are all painted in soft autumn tones, a cap for an awning to welcome us home. And I think I'm going to put here in a soft autumn tone, a cap for an awning to welcome us home. So let's walk up the steps and knock on the door. It's a rather odd feeling. Oh, odd. That's why we don't want to use it, because odd's here. Odd is here. So if we put odd up there and there, I don't like to use, because my sentence or my little paragraphs, my little rhyming paragraphs are going to be so small. I don't want to use the same words over it in a soft the boards are all painted in a soft autumn tone, a cap for an awning to welcome us home. So let's walk up the steps and knock on the door. It's a rather odd feeling, like we've been here before. And I like that feeling of like the nostalgia, but I gotta put, right now, I gotta put some green grass here or I will forget. And because kids are so smart, people are so smart when they read something that you're telling them they're looking at. So, where is it? Where the grass meets the tree. It might help to look for a weird twisty knot where the grass meets the tree, like something we forgot. So here I need to take, and I need to put some grass. I need to put some grass in here. I love that. I'm loving that. Gonna put a couple little strands, hopefully not have it run down on my keyboard. And this grass, that's gonna help us determine just how small this is too. That's more like a moss than a grass. Put some in here. Put some little blades of grass right here. I don't want to overdo it. Thank you, Stephen. Oh my gosh, 50 roses. You are amazing. Thank you. I want everybody to realize how easy and fun this is to do. And tell the world your story, please. I'm going to show you every process. We're going to be publishing this. We're going to self-publish this on Amazon, on Kindle. It will be available to buy all around the world. Come back. And I want you to be able to if your dream is doing something like this, I want you to see how easy it is. Okay, let's look at this again. I'll read through this one more time and we'll get on. We'll get on to the next one. Okay, start at the bottom, the base of the tree. Look close, if you will, to see what you see. To animals and children, it will all be quite clear. We forget to see magic as we add up our years. It might help to look for a weird twisty knot, and there definitely is some weird twisty knots going on there, where the grass meets the tree, like something we forgot. A miniature door with a handle so small it appears once a year and only for fall. The boards are all painted in a soft autumn tone, a cap for an awning to welcome us home. So let's walk up the steps and knock on the door. It's a rather odd feeling, like we've been here before. I'm going to say that one's done. That one's done. For now, anyway. Put that over. So now we're going to go for illustration 4, which is interior of house. And I'm not going to write what I put up here. Words will be on left page, illustration on the right. It's the same on everyone. So illustration 4 is this. Thank you, Buy the Shoes. I really want to inspire people to see, I don't know how long we've been working, an hour and a half, I think. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but I've got 1, 2, 3. We're starting on our 4th part of words for illustrations, and I have 12 illustrations done at this point. One of them is one of the illustrations are the cover, though. So I want to have at least 24 pages in this book. Okay, so this one we've just knocked on the door. We just knocked on the door. So looking inside, we see it all clear. A long, tiny room. Though no one is here. It's neat and it's tidy. Oh, and I just realized this. The floor planks match the door planks. I just realized that. Oops, I hope I didn't smudge that grass. And thank you so much for all your kindness and being here and tapping the screen. And I want to inspire everybody to write their own book. I'm going to get those last words up and out of there. Let's be on our page 4. And we will go, Martin will read, oh, a lot of people will read this. I have a couple friends that actually do nothing but edit books. I will have them read my flow too. But editing this is so different than a regular book. Illustrated books are, especially with poetry, are a lot different. Place. And I think we should mention tree with leaves in there. I think we should. It's neat and it's tidy. Well, no, it's not going to be, because there might be cobweb. A tree filled with leaves. With lots of bright colors. A tree filled with leaves. A shelf filled with books. Tree filled with leaves, a shelf filled with books. And I know I didn't like to repeat words unless you're doing it on purpose. One after another. A tree filled with leaves, a shelf filled with books. We should maybe... I painted this without thinking. I just painted without thinking. This is a pumpkin hanging here, and this is like a little pumpkin bench that I don't even know what the heck it means, but I think it needs to be part of the story. Thank you, Sheila. This live will be on our YouTube too. You have a great day as well. Pumpkins. Oh, the pumpkins. The pumpkins. I just thought of something great. So, this is what it is. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is a pivotal moment. So right here, over here, I need to paint this right here like it's a mirror, like it's a little false wall, or it's a drape maybe hanging here. So if anybody accidentally looks in, they just see this part of the room. It ends because down here, here's the stairway that leads down to her bedroom where she sleeps. And that could be why, when I painted this, I was thinking that was going to be the wall right here. I don't know if I'm explaining it clearly. We're going to have this page be like no one was home. But then sleeping down there. And that could explain why this pumpkin bench is all along there. This could be an invisible, or an illusion that there's a wall here, or curtain. I don't know. Will it help the story? I don't know. I don't think it will. I want to keep, this is kind of like an origin story. So I don't want to put too many details along. Maybe I'll write other storybooks in this story, and then I could elaborate. So maybe I just let this like it is, and we have this like it is. So we can look at it, we can mention the fireplace, and we can see clearly there's stairs down there, going down there. Okay, looking inside, we see it all clear. A long, tiny room, though no one is here. A tree filled with leaves, a shelf filled with books. Books. I don't like that. A tree filled with leaves. With a okay, words for tiny. We have miniature. We've used tiny, wee, and miniature. So small, a small with a little, wooden seat. Sometimes you gotta play around. Sometimes you gotta play around. And Wendy, thank you for the rose. Yeah, the pumpkins are guarding the way, yes. Like guard pumpkins. I love it. Oh my gosh, my stomach is growling so loud. I have been up since like 4. So my body's saying it's time to feed me. Morton's still sleeping. Okay. Illustration 4 is the interior of the house. Looking inside, we see it all clear. A long, tiny room, though no one is here. I like that. Good start. A tree filled with leaves against the white wall. An acorn cap. An acorn cap for someone quite small. Wait, did I say small already? No. For someone quite small. There's these little tiny ants that are in here. It has been raining in Florida. Look at that little tiny ant. Sorry, it had to happen. Okay. And thank you for being here. And this is the writing process of the book that I'm writing. I'm writing, illustrating, and publishing a book, Lady of the Leaves, on our TikTok lives, and they will always be on our YouTube. This is number 11 or 12, and this one is to do with writing. So we've gotten, we're on our 4th illustration page that we've got done this morning. And as soon as Morton comes in, which I'm super lucky, no one has came in here yet, but as soon as Morton comes in, my train of thought will be interrupted to the point that I won't be able to write anymore today. I write in the morning. You'll get a routine that works for you. Okay, illustration, interior of their house. Looking inside, we see it all clear. A long, tiny room, though no one is here. A tree filled with leaves against the white wall. An acorn cap for someone quite small. I'm going to take off the little wooden seat. That doesn't do anything. Fireplace. I feel like I should leave this here so you can see what we're looking at. But then I can't see my words. The fireplace is dark. The a soft pumpkin bench. A soft pumpkin bench. Soft pumpkin bench. Because I see it as a soft cushion pumpkin bench. I want to make a pumpkin bench at home. I want to make big pumpkins that you can sit on up in the loft. I'm going to bring it to life. A soft pumpkin bench. Because you don't look at that and expect it to sit on it. But you can sit on that. A soft pumpkin bench. Like I can picture Lady of the Leaves, like sitting on the pumpkin bench with the fire going. There's no firewood in right now either. We gotta make that happen. And I don't think she's gonna be out cutting firewood. I think that stick that does the magic with the leaves, I think she won't have to stack firewood. She can just point it to the fireplace and boom, fire. It's the magic of magic. Okay. Looking inside, we see it all clear. A long, tiny room, though no one is here. A tree filled with leaves against the white wall. An acorn cap for someone quite small. The fireplace is dark, though the room is quite bright. A soft pumpkin bench. To read on at night. Maybe. The bench is right beside the bookshelf. Bench is right beside the bookshelf. It could work. Okay, now I've taken inside because we've gone on this. So let's walk up the steps and knock on the door. It's a rather odd feeling, like we've been. I got the hiccups. Like we've been here before. Looking inside, we see it all clear. A long, tiny room, though no one is here. A tree filled with leaves against the white wall. An acorn hat. An acorn hat for someone quite small. The fireplace is dark, though the room is quite bright. A soft pumpkin bench to read on at night. But where is the lady that lives in this tree? We look all around, but we still cannot see. We're going to have to turn the page. This is just notes. This is just notes on my iPad. I'm going to turn everything into a PDF. And when I turn it into a PDF, you actually have to format the page. I'm going to show you how to do all of that. I'll probably just do that in Procreate as well. It's super easy. And that way I just set one template. It all goes for the same size, same font, same, all that good stuff. Looking inside, we see it all clear. A long, tiny room, though no one is here. A tree filled with leaves, a branch filled with, it has to be a branch, not a tree. That's why we feed it over and over again. Or read it. A branch filled with leaves. And I say a branch, so I kind of got to turn this into one now. When you're writing to illustration, always, always, always. So now it's a branch. Now it is a single branch. Now it's a branch. Okay, a branch filled with leaves against the white wall, and an acorn cap for someone quite small. The fireplace is dark, though the room is quite bright, a soft pumpkin bench to read on at night. But where is the lady that lives in this tree? We look all around, but we still cannot see. I'm going to leave it at that. I like that. Off to the side, in a, okay, we're running out of little words. Tiny, little, small, what's some other words for small? Yes, crochet pumpkins. I love it. Mini. In a, off to the side, in a mini archway, a set of steps in a mini archway. Off to the side in a mini archway, a set of steps. Away, play, stay, day. Okay, off to the side in a mini archway. From the room filled with magical things we can see, let's explore more together. Just you and me. This might work. This might work. This is our longest page so far, but there's a lot to look at in here. There's a lot to look at. Looking inside, we see it all clear. A long, tiny room, though no one is here. A branch filled with leaves against the white wall, and an acorn cap for someone quite small. The fireplace is dark, though the room is quite bright, and a soft pumpkin bench to read on at night. But where is the lady that lives in this tree? We look all around, but we still cannot see. Off to the side in a mini archway, a set of steps that lead us away. From a room filled with magical things we can see. Let's explore more together, just you and me. I'm going to say yes. And go to our next. We don't know how much more time we have. So next will be illustration 5, which is lady sleeping. I'm going to get that up and out of there. I'm so excited that we're writing this part. I'm so excited that we're writing this today. Okay. By the clock on the wall, we can tell it is fall. That's not going to stay. By the clock on the wall, by the clock on the wall, we can tell it is fall, that it's fall. Right, fat fingers. We can tell that it's fall. And a soft purring snore my stomach's growling. I need to go get Philip, or I need to go get some food. Put some fruit in my stomach. By the clock on the wall, we can tell that it's fall. I don't like that at all. That rhymes. And sometimes that will happen. You write things that you think, oh, why did I do that? I'm going to just leave that hang there. I'm going to start here. The bedroom, her bedroom is still just a soft purring snore. That's for Morton. Morton says I don't snore. He says that I purr. Her bedroom is still just a soft purring snore. Once again, we have the feeling that we've been here before. I won't forget to mention the clock. I'm taking that off. That's distracting. And I never ever thought I would do a live stream on writing. This is way harder. Way harder than it looks. Her bedroom is still just a soft purring snore. Once again, we have the feeling that we've been here before. Tousled. How do you spell tousled? Tousled. Isn't tousled a word? Tousled copper hair. Covers the pillow. With stars. No. Tousled. No, I don't like that word now. Her bedroom is still just a soft purring snore. Once again, we have the feeling that we've been here before. A star-covered pillow that cradles her head. Cozy blankets on her fairy-sized bed. She dreams for 3 seasons, though it feels like one night chilly, and the time is just right. The clock has struck fall. The tiny, oh no, the brass bells are chiming. Time to wake up now. Now chiming. Time to wake up now. Time to wake up now. Autumn is rising. I gotta read this back through. And I gotta look at this. Her bedroom is still, just a soft purring snore. Once again, we have the feeling that we've been here before. A star-covered pillow that cradles her head, cozy soft blankets on her fairy-sized bed. She dreams for 3 seasons, though it feels like one night. She wakes when it's chilly and the time is just right. The clock has struck fall. The brass bells are chiming. Time to wake up now. Autumn is rising. Maybe her name has to be Autumn. Maybe her name has to be Autumn. Chiming and rising don't really rhyme except ing. You can make any ing word rhyme. Her bedroom is still, just a soft purring snore. Once again, weave the feeling. I'm changing that to weave the feeling. Once again, weave the feeling that we've been here before. And see, weave and weave right on top of each other. I can dig that. A star-covered pillow that cradles her head, cozy soft blankets on her fairy-sized bed. She dreams for 3 seasons, though it feels like one night. She wakes when it's chilly and the time is just right. The clock has struck fall. The brass bells are chiming. See, time to wake up now. Everything. Oh, no. It's perfect timing. The clock has struck fall. The clock has struck fall. The brass bells are chiming. Time to wake up now. It's perfect timing. No, that doesn't. I need one more word. Time to wake up now. It's called perfect timing. That's it. That's it. The clock has struck fall. The brass bells are chiming. Time to wake up now. It's called perfect timing. Yes. Yes. Okay, that one's done. Illustration 6 is lady singing leaves down. out of there. Could have changed the first weave to theirs. Let's see this. I like it. I like it, Kimberly. Our bedroom is still just a soft purring snore. Once again, there's the feeling that we've been here before. Yes. You're clever, Kimberly. Thank you. Once again, there's the feeling that we've been here before. I love it. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you. That was good. That was just like when we all played Scrabble together and you guys helped me win. We got to do that. We got to have our game nights. I like to put big spaces between so I can see in a glance where one ends, where one starts. And I'm going to keep writing until Morton comes out, or I have to go to the bathroom. Illustration 6, lady singing down the waves. Time is there twice. Let's look at that. Time. Where are we at? Time to wake up. Do you mean the time to wake up? It's called perfect timing. Time to wake up now. It's called perfect timing. That's true too. The clock has struck fall. The brass bells are chiming. It's time to wake up now. It's called perfect timing. Maybe. Maybe rise and shine now. Time to wake up now. It's called perfect timing. Time to wake up now. Thanks, Rainey. I write best on the fly. The song that I wrote that won a Grammy, Run Mississippi, I wrote in 10 minutes. I wrote it through once and I put maybe 2 or 3 changes in it. I wrote the song in 10 minutes. Most songs I do write in 10 minutes. Only one of my songs have ever won a Grammy, though. Her bedroom is still just a soft purring snore. Once again, there's a feeling that we've been here before. A star-covered pillow, and that needs a star-covered pillow that cradles her head, cozy soft blankets on her fairy-sized bed. She dreams for 3 seasons, though it feels like one night. She wakes when it's chilly, and the time is just right. Oh, their time, and then their time. And the time is just right. That has to stay. That's as near perfect as I can have for a paragraph. I love that. She dreams for 3 seasons, though it feels like one night. She wakes when it's chilly and the time is just right. So maybe we do change the word time down here. The clock has struck fall. The brass bells are chiming. I say wakey, wakey to Martin. But I don't want to do that in here. Time to wake up now. It's called perfect timing. She yawns and wakes up now. She yawns and wakes up now. It's called perfect timing. I like that. Why, good morning, Martin.
Is it raining?
It is raining. It's been raining since 4. Honey, I've been writing. Do you want to read? Do you want to hear? I'll read now, and we'll stop at the next one.
I was going to make breakfast. What do you want?
Okay. Whatever. I'm happy with anything.
I need to go take my tablets.
Okay. So, Lady of the Leaves, nothing to read there. Just sit down here and don't look at my words, honey. Just listen to the words. Okay, so I'll show you the pages as I move them. The first thing is dedication to everyone who's ever watched our live streams on social media and has dreamt of writing their own story. I wish this is your guide to follow your dreams. Thank you for being there for all the fun. That's the dedication in the book. Illustration number 1. Jack Frost is a fellow we all can remember. He comes out when it's cold, perhaps in November. His paintbrush is chilly with an icy cold blue. Everything that he touches turns a silvery hue. But before Jack appears, there's someone else that we see. Look closely, if you will, at the fall-colored tree. There's a wee tiny door just at the bottom. Inside lives a lady. She comes out to start autumn. Every tree in this world, no matter how large or small, has a creature inside that comes out in the fall. Lady of the Leaves is a magical sprite. When summer starts sleeping, she wakes up the first cold night. That's too many words. She wakes up on the first cold night.
On cold nights.
The first cold night. It can be plural. I gotta fix that. So when I gotta fix something and I'm reading through like this, I will put this right here to just bring my attention. That line has to be changed. Sorry. So let's turn the pages, read the tale that I tell of Lady of the Leaves. That's our story in a nutshell. Start at the bottom of the base of the tree. Look close, if you will, to see what you see. To animals and children, it will all be quite clear. We forget to see magic as we add up our years. It might help to look for a weird twisty knot where the grass meets the tree, like something we forgot. A miniature door with a handle so small, it appears once a year and only in fall. The boards are all painted in a soft autumn tone, a cap for an awning to welcome us home. So let's walk up the steps and knock on the door. It's a rather odd feeling, like we've been here before. Looking inside, we see it all clear, a long tiny room, though no one is here. A branch filled with leaves against the white wall and an acorn cap for someone quite small. The fireplace is dark, though the room is quite bright, a soft pumpkin bench to read on at night. But where is the lady that lives in this tree? We look all around, but we still cannot see. Off to the side, in a mini archway, a set of steps that lead us away. From a room filled with magical things we can see, let's explore more together, just you and me. Her bedroom is still, just a soft purring snore. Once again, there's a feeling that we've been here before. A star-covered pillow that cradles her head, cozy soft blankets on her fairy-sized bed. She dreams for 3 seasons, though it feels like one night. She wakes when it's chilly, and the time is just right. The clock has struck full, the brass bells are chiming. She yawns and wakes up now. It's called perfect timing.
That's good.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
Good, he likes it.
That's really good. So far.
This is where I got so far. I'm going to stop now. I've been working on this for 2 hours. That's
You
our
want
story
eggs?
so far. Whatever you want to do for breakfast is what I want. Okay. So that's where we are so far. I'm gonna do the rest in a bit. I'm gonna say bye-bye for now. And then I'm gonna do more painting. Maybe I'll do more writing. I usually don't write like that. So say bye for now, honey.
Cheerio.
We're gonna go have breakfast. I gotta grab a shower. We'll be back later. Thank you for watching. And you can watch all the replays on our YouTube channel. The YouTube channel, the link's in our bio. Same name as all of our social media. Thank you ever so much. And thanks for all your comments and for helping. Bye for now.